quickly try to make this recording. I want to say to you, first of all, good morning. Boker tov, good night, and dobrotro, Ohio, Zoan, buongiorno, bonjour, and buenos dias. I want to say to you this. The people are criminal on this planet. It's worse than Noah's Day, but it'll be all right because God said. Now, the travel document that everybody was trying to take to try to be me, they're not me. Okay, but said the travel document that I have is Interpol locked, and there's no time for travel on it, but it's still me. That's my name, and the stuff that was written inside about where I'm actually from is the truth. The bad Americans are really criminal. I've never been an American citizen. Okay, we told you what Ali had done. Okay, and he was a servant. Okay, he's some kind of tailor here. We told you that, but he was a servant. He was kicked out of the palace, especially when he poisoned Queen Rania. He poisoned her, and then he laughed about it because it gave her diarrhea. But obviously it was something to try to really hurt her because she had diarrhea for days. Nobody ever knew what they gave her, but she got it at the burger maker business said that we own that Dodi Iman the second Joan Rothschild's crock made like it's like McDonald's and Abadot King Hussein Bundi Babazab, he also owned part of it. Just can't own part of McDonald's. McDonald's is not from over there. He said, and so we just went to let to and he had gone that day, and everybody was telling Ali, the good people, that he was acting up and doing bad things, and he laughed. Okay, he thought it was funny, and all of us cried. He said, "Me and my beloved as Queen Sweet and Queen Rain, of course, she cried, and the chauffeur cried." He said that just like that, let you know that too, and others were upset that tried to help her. They said, and so just want to let you know that too. The Nazis were really quite criminal. They're still trying to do things. Nazi Germany, criminal, uh, all wicked dirty things. But that's it. So just like that too. They still try to nigger women. Okay, bad American. They're con people. It said Nazi Germany, big con people. So it said, and the bad people, con people. And so it's not your name. My name is my name. So there's really got criminal, dirty, can I say nigger people? Because nigger came from the word renege, Middle Ages. You nigger. You're a criminal. So we just want to let you that too. And we told you that before in writing. So I'm who I say I am, but the travel document proves Interpol. It proves that I'm not from the bad USA. I'm not from America. I've never been an American citizen, and it's just really criminal how the bad people try to do things to me and my beloved SHAMAYIM, Rothschild from family, kinspeoples, try to take our things. But I said they want to say they're me, but they're not me. But I said that too. I'm not from America. I've never been an American citizen, and it's really quite criminal how the bad people think they can try to get away with all those things. Um, so now, and I asked him, I asked my beloved husband to keep much up. So we just said, we had a police thing, and the police thing is over, and they still act like they can still keep trying to do dirty, rotten things like and try to take our identities and try to bear us. They're not us, Peter said, and we were the ones that were stinging them because they were trying to hurt us, Peter said. So we just want that too. So it's just criminal, the bad people. They think they can try to kill us, the real people, and they try to say they're us, and it's not right because that's what they're trying to do in the first place, and that's why I had a police thing. So we just want let you know that too. Also, okay, the Stop and Shop is from Saudi Arabia. Okay, it's not from America. Okay, so we just let you. We started shop at the Stop and Shop in Saudi Arabia, and we brought it here. It was here, and the closest Stop and Shop is where you see Webda, where you've seen me, because I said. And King Hussein contained some of the bad people, so that the good people could help catch him, and in the end, the bad people will go. He never trusted the bad USA people. We brought charges against the bad USA people, and the Hague, because I said so. Just like it too, and so he put him on place. So in case they're really bad, it would be easier in case they proved to be bad, like he said, they would be rounded up easier. They weren't allowed to move other places, and they had to stay there, visited, and they were just it proved that they were criminal, the bad people, because when we saw when we were kidnapped, when we were kidnapped and abducted, me and my beloved husband, they killed Nasika Queen Rania and Abadot uh, 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 King Abdullah, and we saw them killing other Jordanians on the street, the bad USA people. And they were trying to kill me and my beloved husband on the street, and they killed Abba our relative angel of death, who actually his name wasn't Andy Gibb, but Andy. But I said, and he didn't die of a drug overdose. He died of a bad USA people hit him in the head and turned out his eye and brain matter. And saying he saw too much. We're trying to do the Iman Doda Iman Asika Queen Rania and Abadod King Abdullah were trying to help rescue me and my beloved David and others and like Harriman and then we saw the better USA people attacking them and we tried to help them too, and that's how our Abadod Nasik relative angel of death was murdered also, and so we just looked at during our abduction. Now the Stop and Shop we told you was from over here, and it was in Saudi Arabia, and that's where it came from. One day, the closest Stop and Shop to the palace was the one in Webda. So we went. Me and my beloved husband, Kim Street, were quite small, and our Abadot Nasik, Jamal Khashoggi. That's right. He called the bad Americans lunatics. Colin Powell was stalking him, trying to take his identity. As I said, we saw that day. He was going to try to kill Abadot Nasik, Jamal Khashoggi, and that whore thing with the fake hair a lot of times, all the way down to and always comes out. That one that accused me of hurting his children in it. But I said that's not those kids look like Ali. But I said they're old because they were around me and my beloved sister to be little kids. And obviously they were dwarf too. And so she was going to try to take my identity, and Ali, I was going to try to take the identity of my beloved sister came out shabtai, and we were quite small, and they showed up at the Stop and Shop. And he called them lunatics. He said crazy. And so I said, and we went back to the palace and we had a meeting and we talked. I said, and everybody knew that that killer song was going to try to take obviously Jamal Khashoggi's identity, and that thing was going to try to take mine, and the other thing, Pumpkinhead was going to try the identity of my beloved came out shavit. Jamal, obviously Jamal Khashoggi. Tried to help me and my beloved tried to help my beloved King Shabbat that day, and explained to us about the criminal Colin Powell, and those two things we did, that woman man thing, because it's a lesbian or it's a man. It sounds like Beyonce. It's been around so much, but it has Beyonce had round eyes and it has slanty eyes, not slanty eyes, but cat eyes. But that's it. It doesn't have almond eyes and doesn't have slanty eyes. They're like they kind of like sit straight up and down almost. If you look, there's something wrong with that. Nobody's eyes sit straight up and down, almost. It's a thing. So, but that's it. There's like two, and then those dwarfed so-called children with that. But that's it. They look like Shaheen or they look like Ali. So, but that's it. And so, you guys, Shaheen's children, they look like Ali. So just let you know that too. And so, also, we wanted to tell you that. And also, Abdul Buni Babazov, King Hussein told Ali, he said he made a movie about him. King Hussein made a movie about Pumpkinhead. And, that Ali said, he said, oh, he said, it's Pumpkinhead, you're a murderer. And then he saw the movie, and then he was really, really more mad. And then Abadot Nasik, Abadot Buni Babazov, King Hussein, also was murdered after that, along with Ali, knowing that he was never going to be any part of our family because he's just a servant. And Abadot Buni Babazov, King Hussein, was trying to drum out what got into the palace, and that's how I did it, by trying to see who would want to be adopted and who would want to do certain things, and he caught it. One day we saw that. Okay, everybody knows the syndrome about that. We saw it walking in the corridor. Everybody said, murder is big before it tries to murder somebody or whatever. The police have seen these things, and they've seen a lot of things. They don't know what to say. But the head syndrome, like when the eyes get all black, there's no white, like when a person gets red because they're angry, so it's it. And everybody saw it, but this head gets bigger than anybody else's. So we just let you know that too. All that murdering it's done. Or it does. Okay, so now we're going to have to try to stop this recording because there's no more room to record, and we'll talk to you as soon as we can. We just want to tell you those things, and I hope the recording came out, and it's going to be Shabbat soon. And so we'll talk to you as soon as we can.